Second try. All right, boss time. What we got here? Oh boy! All right. Yeah, doors are tricky. You know, that's honestly, Uchi, that's a kind of an interesting insight into this all, because a lot of the things that are, you could say, like, most difficult when it comes to Kaizo are things that are, like, specifically not being used the way they were in the vanilla game, right? Doors, they're never meant to be such an obstacle, ever, not ever. Okay. And, like, same thing for springs. Right, you weren't supposed to like jump off springs in midair. That's not what you do. They were just designed to be like set down on the ground and used. And it seems like, you know, every time we like really break it, just to the point of like almost not being possible, those seem to be the toughest things. But that like tracks, right? Because like, of course they would be. Come on, Chami 2, what's up? What's up? Okay, and then, yeah, we want to be over there. Okay, I get what this is. I get how this is going to work. It's hard to do. Just got to get I got to get a pattern. Yeah, that's what we need here. Cool. And then that'll drop it. Yep, there we go. That is very high. Talking about practice. What's up, Davin? All right. Just gotta work with it a bit. I gotta find something that works. I have to find something that I can repeat. Yeah, and they're always at 2 bounds. What's up, Dash? Oh, it's going to advance a little bit. See, there it goes. Do not judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree. The Eries will always have the same pattern. So all I need to do is just figure out how to make that work for me. Always going to do, the Eries are always going to be in the same place at the same time. I do the same thing every time. And I can actually judge how well I'm doing that by where I actually hit the ghost. Like, everything is going to behave the same way. It's just me. If this pattern doesn't work, I just get a new one. So far. Am I enjoying the hack? I am enjoying the hack. Thank you for the Mallow clip. Sorry, I didn't see what you posted there. Thank you for the Mallow clip. It might be fun sometime to do like Mallow best moments on stream or something, you know. Fun little compilation. No. No. I am defeated. Pizza party's a state of mind. Yeah. We're working on the strats. That's why sometimes just practice like this. There's a system for it. Just gotta get something that feels good. Works. I like what this is very much. I don't think this is too hard or anything like that. It's just challenging. Pretty creative, really. You know what I like is that there's nothing else in here. There's not a third thing that is messing with me. There are the shells, there's the Big Boo, there's the Eries, that's all wrapped up nice and tight. And there isn't like also a thing that drops fire every now and then, or the Big Boo doesn't like also shoot fireballs at me while I'm doing this, you know, something else to make it harder to move around. This is just enough agency on the part of the player. That's what I always think is something good to talk about when it comes to boss fights, is just how much agency does the player have. Agency to move around, to dodge, to enact the strategy, to think of something and try to do it. This has enough agency. Is this beatable without taking damage? It's required that you don't. So, hopefully, hopefully, we shall see. Jeez. Come on. You don't let me crouch. You don't let me stand anywhere and crouch to make this easier. Because that would make it slightly easier. I could keep my power, but I'd be crouched. Buddy. This is cool. So I hope you're all having a nice, comfy night. Thanks for dropping by. I also like that the Big Boo doesn't have a hitbox, so it is not a threat. I think this is just enough. This is a good example of a fight that is like just hard enough. If you were to put one more weight on the scale, it would tip it. It wouldn't be balanced anymore. But this is a good balance of agency and challenge. I think it's a good balance. Good flavor and heat. Some Kaizo bosses really just go for all freaking heat, or try to. Every one of them tries to be. It's got 5 phases, and on the 5th one, it shoots lightning out of its eyes in 6 directions and burns up the floor. Like, nah, you don't. It's okay. Not everybody needs to be on that freaking level. Boo with a hitbox would be terrifying. It's been done. It's been done in and gets done in some areas. Oh, I will try to think my strats out loud more if that's something you enjoy. Sometimes I just don't like think to do that, but I guess that's part of streaming it. Right now my strat is figure out when the first hit takes place. I don't like the recovery getting into a stable structure. Like, this is a stable loop. I don't like the recovery of getting into a stable loop with the second shell right now. So I need to find a better time to activate it. And that means changing the moment that I hit the first boo. But the thing is, you can work it in cycles, because like I know where that boo's going to be in the same position every time. So I can, like, you do the same amount of jumps. This is a very easy fight to count the number of hits on the shell, figure out the position of the boo, and like always know that you're doing it at the same sort of moment. So I'm just trying to like be water and cut a path through the rock, metaphorically speaking. Exactly, yeah. It's a puzzle to decode. It's just that the solution isn't information as much as it is physical maneuvers. Yeah, right? Yeah, the pattern. That's the way to kind of solve levels like this. Is just look for known constants. Rely on known constants in order to beat games. Or to manipulate games in some way. Okay, I'm not going over that. Okay, so now I have to solve how to get the next shell, right? I do this the same way every time. Okay, that works. I can either change that or roll with it, because now I can just do that. I think I just need to be earlier than I am. I need to kind of find out when to make the move up the wall. Because once you go up the wall, you immediately cross for the drop. It's just like right there. So, yeah. do I do that exactly? But the nice thing is I could judge that exactly the same based on any number of factors. The Eerie's hanging around. I watch a particular Eerie to be in a particular spot. Or I just watch the boo. Or I count the number of shell hits or what have you. Maybe I should prioritize. All right, I'm going to go to a new strat here. I'm going to prioritize going as yeah, this is the play. I'm going to prioritize going as absolutely fast as I possibly can. Yeah, get the hits as soon as possible. Why? Because every attempt is just taking too long. If I'm going to fail, I might as well fail quickly. Get it over with, right? And then move on. Now I get more tries. Now I get that first hit, and I get a good setup on the second. Just move on. Just go for it instead of trying to... I should have done that in the very beginning, honestly. Thought I was being clever, but I was not. There we go. What triggers RNG in SMW? I think the Bowser statue fire, if I'm not mistaken. Someone with a bit more knowledge of the code could chime in, but I think it's the Bowser fire statue. Oh yeah, oh yeah. The trick is to go exceptionally fast. Cool. We got it. I was overthinking it, man. I should have gone with my always strat, which is try to go quick. Cycle the deaths quickly. I think the candles is just like a sprite you can forget to add. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Cool. That's the play, man. Go fast. Go fast. Good fight. I like that. I like that a lot. Good stuff. Okay, we got credits, but the game's not over yet because there's still one more level, one more special zone level. Great job. Great job. I see no reason why I cannot approve this. And you know what? I'll give you this ahead of time. Approved. Great job. This was very, very fun. Still got to do the last level for true approval. But this was a super good ride, and I had a great time doing it. Thanks. This was a lot of fun. Hell yeah. Mallow is here too. I just want you to look at him right now also. Enjoy the credits, and also just look at him, what he's doing. Look at him. Behold. Behold him.